I started with Kevin when I was 10 years old. He started up here mowing. It wasn't on this farm, it's a farm over White House Road. My uncle brought me up to mow grass, and it was kind of funny. I was on a lawnmower for about 10 minutes and almost drove over a rock wall, so Kevin decided I didn't belong on a lawnmower, so he put me on a full-size farm tractor and had me raking hay. And that was, I mean, I've been with him ever since.
And I came up here 8 years ago, whatever the year was, and he told me, he said, leave my name and number at the dairy house. He called me, but it took him a month to call. I guess he didn't need no help then, but he called, and I've been here. I was here for 3 years, then I quit, and came back about, I guess 8 months later, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah, we came here in 1999 and purchased the farm in 2001. Still this day, I wake up every morning and everything's you don't plan your day. Every day you wake up and your day, you don't plan your day. The farm plans your day, and you have to get used to that.
My uncle said, I've never dreamed in 100 years that you'd be mowing cows.
I do everything that nobody else wants to do.
Might have 3 calves more, you might have to pull calves out, you might have to go fix fence.
Sometimes you got 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock appointments. Sometimes you even got 5 o'clock appointments.
I feed calves, feed the cows, scrape up, wash down, wash down a bucket power.
There's silent loaders break down. I work on cows, move cattle. I mean,
milking, feeding, taking care of the animals.
Fed the calves, make sure none of the calves are sick. Then I usually go eat breakfast.
Yeah, you'd have to see what it's like. People don't know about going there picking up rocks out of the field or pulling out calves by hand with no gloves on. Can you see a stranger doing that now? No way. Hard to say, you know. We're around kids every day and it's like, man, where are they going to work at, you know, who knows? The future don't look great for them, I don't know. I don't think they'd be working on the farm. I mean, you don't see like people driving in here begging for a job or anything. You know, they think you get your milk out of faucet or something, you know, they don't have no idea. No idea. It looks like corporations are going to put the little guys out of business, in a way. You got other farms that are milking 2,500 cows, and here we are, we got like 54 or 53, I'm not sure. You know, about how many, just close to that. So I think the big dairy farmers put a hurt on the little guys.
I mean, as long as the United States still wants to have their own food supply, they're not going to be able to have government-run farms. The United States will go broke. There's no way that you could hire somebody off the street and sit here and pay them, you know, $25 an hour to do what we do. I mean, it's just impossible. It's not going to happen. And to be able to do the things we do.
I don't think they're going in the right direction. I see it with my own kids, and you know, they say every generation tries to make their children better, but I think we spoil them more and more.
It's just like having a bad day at work, and you come up here, it's like a different air. I truly believe that. But we're like family up here. I guess it's like a brotherhood, I guess, in a way. I mean, it is.
I mean, Kevin is definitely my man. I mean, I'd do anything in the world for him. He's done a lot for me over the years. He helped me out a lot, kept me out of a lot of trouble, and Kevin's a good, honest person. I mean, you couldn't ask for anybody nicer in the world. I mean, he'd help a stranger, and then that rubbed off on me too. I'm the same way.
I think when your help all shows up and they like you, and we get along good, and everything's nice and clean, and they do what I tell them, or they do it on their own, especially. That you know you're in charge, but you really don't have to be. That's Oh, that's a reward. It took a long time to build that up, I don't mind telling you. But man, I mean, these guys are great.
You just can't. Farming, it's like a disease. It gets in your blood, and you can't leave it. I mean, it's all you ever know. That's what you want to do, and you miss the animals. You miss the smells, and like every spring you smell spring onions growing, or you smell it when the ground starts thawing out. You smell the dirt, and it's just when you put a disc in the ground or plow in the ground, you smell that dirt, and it just gets you wound up again for springtime, and you're like, all right, it's time to plant, or it's time to cut hay. It's you just get wound up about it. I mean, it sounds funny, but even when you're away from it, like a cold morning, you get up and you go out to get the cows in the morning. I mean, it's kind of a lot of people think it's disgusting when one stands up and takes a pee, and you smell that, and it's like, oh man, it's the worst thing you can smell at the time, but when you're away from it, you think about it, you're like, man, I'd give anything to smell that again, or it's just different things, and it's just a way of life you grow up with. It's hard to leave. You can't. I mean, you can't just walk off the farm and never want to go back. It's impossible. Farming is very rewarding. I mean, you see. I mean, every spring you plant your crops and you see it grow, and I mean, you see your calves and animals being born, and watch them grow, and you watch them grow into adult animals, and your plants mature, and it's very rewarding. I mean, when you got a sick cow and you give her run IVs in her neck, or do whatever you need to do to get her going, and give her medicine, and she looks like she's on her deathbed, and you bring her back and revive her, and it just gives you a good feeling.
When you wake up in the morning, you cut a day of hay the day before, and when the sun starts hitting it and the dew's coming off, and you can smell that good smell, and it's like, wow, I did that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's in your blood. It gets in your blood. And I know there's easier ways to make a living. You don't have to worry as much, but I mean, this is my piece of country. I love it here.